Oh, honey, when Angela Levin starts talking, you better grab your tea and sit tight because that woman doesn't whisper. She detonates truth bombs like fireworks on New Year's Eve. Angela isn't just some royal watcher. She's the woman with receipts, the biographer who knows where all the royal secrets are buried. She's been around long enough to see Meghan Markle spin her web, and let me tell you, she's had enough of the fairy tale facade. Angela's the one you call when you want the mask ripped right off. 15 times, yes 15, she's exposed Meghan's little misunderstandings, and by the 10th one, even Meghan's most loyal fans were choking on their lattes. You remember that claim Meghan made? The one where she said the Archbishop secretly married her and Harry before the real royal wedding? Angela was right there waving the receipts when the Archbishop himself said, no, that never happened. Oh, and Angela didn't stop there. She said Meghan has this little habit, mistreating people but pretending to be all saintly in public. Imagine claiming to respect a man spiritually, then embarrassing him by making him contradict you on global television. Angela said that wasn't just inconsiderate, it was calculated humiliation.
So how did she treat him? Very, very badly, because she said to all of us that they got married 3 days before. Before we all saw them 3 days later, and he got in a real state and had to make an announcement that that is actually a criminal offence, and he didn't do that, and he couldn't have married twice, and there had to be 2 witnesses. I mean, he got in quite a stressful situation. So how can you like that? She would know, Harry would know that actually they didn't really get married, but it was just a stick.
According to Angela, Meghan's the ultimate chameleon. In public, she's this sweet, soft-spoken angel who charms the cameras. But behind those doors? Phew! Angela says she uses people like props, takes what she needs, drains their energy, and leaves them dizzy. Even poor Harry, she says, doesn't realize he's being puppeteered. Angela insists Meghan's dictionary must have a different meaning for respect, because in hers, it clearly means control. From Angela's eyes, Meghan has 2 faces. The one we all see is sugar sweet and empowering. The real one? It's cold, manipulative, and razor sharp. Angela says Meghan doesn't just bring drama. She creates it, then hides behind that charming smile as if butter wouldn't melt in her mouth.
So she's not Miss Nice. She really isn't. And anybody who falls for that is actually, you know, like Harry did, is in a difficult position, because I think she brings out the worst in him. So, you know, if that's what you want, you'll get a surprise. If you want her to be sweet and nice and charming, she can be, but she's also got another side which is really...
That, Angela says, is Meghan's magic trick. Selling lies wrapped in luxury and empowerment speeches. She crafted a brand, not a personality. Even King Charles fell for it at first. Angela says he thought Meghan was this breath of fresh air, glamorous and modern, the woman who'd revive the royal charm. But underneath that polished act was a performer rehearsing her role.
When Meghan originally joined the family, I heard from somebody very, very close that he thought Meghan was wonderful. She was a breath of fresh air, and she was fantastic, and they had so much in common. And like a lot of men, he can fall for a beautiful woman who wears quite a short dress and looks at him with her eyes up or down. I don't know how you do that. But, you know, she's she can actually make men feel very...
Angela reveals Meghan had one clear mission: to secure royal attention and a permanent spotlight. She'd been chasing that kind of fame in Hollywood but never quite made it. Once she got it through the royal doors, she didn't need the act anymore. And oh, the irony, the same couple screaming about privacy now treat royal secrets like content subscriptions. Angela laughs bitterly and says, the royal family became their Netflix storyline. Meghan doesn't want privacy, Angela insists. She wants profitable privacy. You know, the kind where you get to cash in on your husband's title while pretending to hate the fame. And poor Harry. Angela says Meghan's influence turned him from a prince into a rebel with no cause. Instead of peace, she brought chaos, whispering in his ear to burn bridges he'll never rebuild.
Much he's under her spell and under her control, that he doesn't actually dare say something about that. His grandmother, who he loved so much, who he flew over to see that she was being looked after properly, none of that came through. He just accepted it, because what Meghan says, Meghan's always right.
Yet publicly, Meghan acts innocent, like she's not behind his bitterness. Angela says it's one of her biggest deceptions, pretending Harry's out there making his own choices when she's the one pulling the strings. During that Oprah tell-all, Meghan claimed Archie wasn't given a title because of racism, but in the same breath said they didn't even want titles. Angela rolled her eyes at that one. Later, during the king's coronation chaos, the same "we don't care about titles" couple suddenly demanded recognition, positions, and special seats. Angela said Meghan uses titles like poker chips. When it suits her image, she bets big. And if you thought that was all, sit down, because here comes Angela's favorite part: Meghan's endless blame game.
They haven't got the courage to say who's been racist, who's been nasty to them, who's been after them, who's made their lives difficult. It's all insinuations, and I don't think that that's right. It has to be somebody to cross that out and make sure that they either say exactly who it is or...
Every time something goes wrong, she plays spin the excuse. Racism, sexism, outdated traditions, or unfair staff. Angela says Meghan's mastered the art of victimhood, never once looking in the mirror to see her own reflection in the mess. Staff, Angela adds, have whispered that Meghan is the storm, not the victim of it. Angela calls Meghan's sexism claims pure theater. Meghan once said she was oppressed in a system that valued men over women. Angela nearly choked on her tea. She said that's outrageous. Meghan's royal life was full of luxury, freedom, and applause. There was no patriarchy holding her down, only people too polite to call her out. Angela believes Meghan loves painting herself as a symbol of female suffering because it earns sympathy in headlines. But reality? Meghan was celebrated, adored, and even protected when she shouldn't have been. When the couple walked away from royal duties, remember how they promised to continue serving in their own way? Angela says that was another glossy lie. Service? Please.
She's going to be behind the camera, which has said they're going to do that now. No one be slightly interested because, the directors and producers aren't the ones who get people, standing in the street and shouting and cheering them. She's got no experience to do that, no delicacy, no insight. It's just not there, so it's a waste of time.
Apart from signing multi-million-dollar Netflix deals, there's been zero service. No meaningful charity work, no public service, just more cameras and more exposés. Angela says it's a pattern. Say one thing, do another, and spin it into a noble cause. Then came the big claim, Meghan's story of being oppressed by the monarchy. Angela laughs at that one too. Oppressed? The woman was given everything. Designer wardrobes, global platforms, royal privileges. Angela insists there was no conspiracy or sabotage. The royal family bent over backward to welcome her. The only person plotting was Meghan herself, building her victim narrative one headline at a time. Angela even took a jab at Harry, saying he's become too weak under Meghan's spell. If he were a good husband, she said, he'd tell her to sit down, reflect, and fix what she's doing wrong instead of feeding her ego. But as Angela put it, Meghan's too full of herself to listen to anyone. Angela claims Meghan announces big creative projects every few months, feminist documentaries, Hollywood productions, brand partnerships, but most of them don't even exist. Netflix hasn't approved half of what she brags about. Angela says Meghan acts like a studio boss with billion-dollar budgets when insiders know she's pitching ideas that never make it past the lobby. Angela mocked Meghan's Oprah claim about learning how to be black after joining the royal family. She pointed out that even public figures like Trevor Phillips called that claim theatrical nonsense. Meghan's upbringing, schooling, and career all showed she'd lived comfortably biracial long before meeting Harry. Angela said Meghan only started using racial awakening as a dramatic plot twist once she saw it could gain sympathy. Angela calls Meghan the queen of exaggeration. Every little inconvenience turns into a soap opera headline. A minor misunderstanding becomes an emotional saga about racism, oppression, or betrayal. Angela says Meghan has perfected the art of turning life's tiniest discomforts into full-blown tragedies, starring herself as the suffering heroine. And honestly, people are catching on. Angela said Meghan's credibility is gone because she's told so many half-truths that even genuine moments sound staged now. She's lost all believability, Angela said. She's addicted to exaggeration, and people just roll their eyes now. Angela's closing words were sharp as glass. She said Meghan inflates every problem to look like the world's cruelest victim, but behind it all lies a woman who knows exactly what she's doing. Fame, control, and money. That's the holy trinity Meghan worships, according to Angela. So there you have it. 15 times Angela Levin didn't just expose Meghan Markle's lies, she tore apart the carefully stitched fairy tale the Duchess built around herself. Angela didn't sugarcoat a single word. She called it manipulation, fabrication, and pure performance art. By the end, Angela left the world asking, if Meghan's stories keep changing, what's ever been true? Tell me, darling, after hearing all this, which of these revelations shocked you the most? Drop it in the comments because this tea was boiling and we all deserve a refill. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe, and hold on tight because if Angela Levin's around, Meghan's next truth might already be getting fact-checked.